couple years back, some of you will remember, we used to do a lot of ministry in the association at the oceanfront, at Virginia Beach oceanfront. And then after Carol Baker and Crystal Hall moved on, we kind of let that go. Well, a while back, God laid on my heart that we really ought to be doing a little bit more down there. And so I tried to pull people around us that might be interested in fulfilling some of that ministry. One of the people I talked to was Steve Gupton, and he is the pastor at First Baptist Virginia Beach, which is, as you know, about 2 blocks off the coast. One of the things that they decided to do, and I wish I was a lifeguard, was they give out every summer frozen bottles of ice water and frozen M&Ms. Now, I love M&Ms. I could be a lifeguard if I could get M&Ms. I would work that job. And when they give out the bottles of water, attached to the top of the bottle of water is a card with the church's name on it and a theological question for the lifeguards to ponder throughout the week. Some of the lifeguards are 18, 19 years old, and, you know, they are God's gift to the female population at the oceanfront. Some of the lifeguards are a little bit older and a little bit more mature. And so they've been able to develop spiritual conversations with some of the older lifeguards who realize that there's more to life than being attractive to the babes at the beach. One of these guys is a 40-year-old lifeguard who all summer long looked forward to Steve and the volunteers from First Beach delivering the water and the M&Ms. And if Steve was the one who delivered the bottled water, he would read the question, and then he and Steve would take a moment and discuss the theological question of the week. The lifeguard never attended Steve's church, but Steve was able to help him along his Christian walk to mature and to understand who God is and what God is truly all about. The other ministry that they've got going on is the International Internet Cafe. It started while Bob Pipkin was there and is continued on now that Steve is there. And they provide an opportunity for the international students who come in to come in and use the internet for free and to connect back home. Most of them come from Europe or Asia, and it just gives them an opportunity to connect back with family and friends in their native country. This year, they had a young lady that they discovered in the ministry through the Internet Cafe. She had some problems arise with her papers, and she could not get anybody to help her. And she was at risk of being deported, and she desperately needed to work the 2 jobs that she had, 1 to pay off what it cost to get her over here, and 2 to get the funds in order to continue paying for her education back home. As the people at First Beach discovered her need, they really couldn't fix her problem, but they walked with her while she made all the calls and made the contacts that she could. Nobody was willing to be her friend. Now, we're talking about a young lady who's about 20 years old on another continent with a strange language, and nobody would be her friend. But the people at First Beach took it upon themselves to be her friend, to listen to her, to walk with her through the process. And so they shared the love of Jesus Christ with this young lady miles and miles from home as she worked through the problem that she had here with her papers. And there's a happy ending. Everything worked out well, and they got to minister to her in her time of need. And that's what our ministries are about, helping people see Jesus so that they might have a relationship with him.